Hey you guys, it's Sarah here and welcome to my channel. So sorry I haven't posted in such a long time. I've got a ton of craft shows coming up this month, so stay tuned for an update on how those go. But in this video, I'm going to show you how I put together this little chicken and egg activity page. It comes with a little chicken, flaps its wing, and it comes with, surprise, a little egg and a baby chickadee that comes out as well. I do have a free template posted for this. I did a video on this about a year ago. So the free printable template, the PDF, is still there on my website. So if you want to cut and make one of these pages for a child in your life, you can get the free template here, or you can sign up to my Patreon. My Patreon is for if you are trying to make and sell these busy books in bulk, just like I am. I share the exact templates that I use in both JPEG and SVG format. So that is available on my Patreon. I'll also outline the pricing and how much I sell it for, how long it takes to make the page, all in my Patreon. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll leave that in the description. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Before we jump into how I put this page together, let me just quickly show you this template for those of you who are in my Patreon group or who are considering joining. So on my Patreon, DIY Busy Books, I share the exact templates in bulk that I use to make my pages. So when you are making this chicken page, you make all of these cuts, you cut out multiple pieces at once, and you make ideally 10 sets at a time. So normally when I'm designing these, I try to make it so that you're getting 10 of each piece that is needed at a time. Sometimes I can't just because of the sizes of the pieces and I'm trying to fill up the page and get as many pieces as possible. But most of the time it works out where you're cutting sets of 8 at a time or sets of 10 at a time with minimal pieces left over. Sometimes I can't do it. So for example, in this chicken activity page, I only have 3 copies of the chicken body here. I can't fit any more. I don't want to only put 2 because then it's wasting some of the material. So with the rest of the pieces though, you can cut enough to make exactly 10 sets at a time and have no pieces left over, or have enough pieces left over to make another set of 10. So for example, you can cut out this set of 10 of the chicken heads. You can cut out this set of 20 of the chickadees. So that way you can use 10 of them and then you can save the other 10 for the next time you're making this page without having to cut that out again. So it will save you cutting time for the next time that you're doing this page. Here you can do 10 of the green grass by cutting out 2 copies of this template because there are 5 pieces in the template. For these eggs, you get exactly enough for 10 eggs. For these eyes, I can't even count that many because I lose track, but there's just a ton of little black eyes. So when I do it, I just cut those out and I keep them left in a little baggie. And then I only have to recut them every once in a very long time because there's just so many eyes there. With these little red rooster heads and chins there, again, there are enough for 40 pages there. So you only have to do this cut once and you'll be able to make 40 chicken pages. So I do that cut once, I use up the first 10, and then I save the other 30 for the next time that I'm making another 10, and then I don't have to recut this red piece of felt. The only one that doesn't work out, like I said, is with this white chicken body. This cuts enough for 3 of the chicken bodies, 3 of the chicken wings, and 3 of the white chicken eyes. So unfortunately, if you wanted to make 10, you're gonna have to cut this one out 4 times, and that will give you enough for 12 of them. So you would make your first 10, then you would have 2 left over, so you just save that 2 for the next time you're making another set of 10. But I try to make it so that there are like minimal random pieces left over, or if there are pieces left over, it's enough pieces to make a whole other set the next time that you're making this. Okay, I hope that makes sense, but basically I'm just trying to explain, if you're on my Patreon, how you go ahead and cut these out. You can cut out 1 of each of these, except for you're going to cut out 4 of this white one if you're trying to make 10 of these at a time. So when you go to my Patreon, these will all be shown in black and white, and then you can just save them to your computer. They're going to be available in both a JPEG and SVG file. So it's really easy. You just upload it to your cutting machine, you adjust the size, and then you can go straight into cutting. Okay, let me show you how to put this page together.
Forgive my throat as I record this. I am losing my voice, but I'm doing a bunch of these pages right now, and I have to show you guys how I make this chicken and egg page really quickly and efficiently. So as always, I'm using my 8" by 8" sheet of felt. I'm gonna just start by putting down my green grass, my white chicken, and the yellow head. And I'm gonna start with sewing right here on the tail. I'm gonna go around the whole border, and I'm gonna end right in the middle of the belly, leaving a part open for the egg. Once I've finished sewing that, I'm going to go right into sewing the grass on the page. Next, I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to cut the thread off just to make it a little bit, to clean it up just a little bit. Then I'm going to grab the chicken wing and I'm going to just put it in place, and I'm going to sew right down here on the yellow neck, and then also right along the wing. Okay, so that's all the sewing for the page itself done. I'm going to go ahead and attach the back side of the page. I have this really cute rooster theme fabric that I've already wrapped another 8" by 8" sheet of felt in. So that's optional if you have that fabric or any type of fabric that's cute. I like to add fabric on the back just to add more interest. And then I'm going to add my binding piece, which is just 3mm felt that I've already pre-cut with my scalloped edge scissors, and I just place that in between the front and the back piece, and I'm going to sew around the whole border. I'm going to grab my heavy duty hole puncher, which you guys have made some comments about this hole puncher. I am sorry, I don't even know the brand. Oh, Staples, actually. It's from Staples. I just saw that now. Someone asked me earlier what the brand was, and I looked on the bottom and inside. I just see it now as I'm filming. It's from Staples, I guess. So it's a heavy duty hole punch. It's meant to hole punch like 30 pages at a time, and that's what I use to put holes in my 3mm felt binding piece. And then I just pull the holes out and I use binder rings to connect pages, and then people can build a busy book. That's how I sell my busy books. And then I just need to hot glue on all the details of the face. All of these I cut out with my Cricut, except for the beak. The beak is so small that I just cut those out by hand. I'm making 8 copies of this chicken all at once. You can see here I've got my other 7 pages all sewn, but I thought before I finished off the 8th one, I would show you guys how I do it. So I hot glue that on. I have a white eye and a black eye. I'm going to hot glue those in place, and that little rooster gobble gobble chin there. And where's the little top pieces for the red rooster hair there? That's going to be hot glued on the top. So I'll hot glue all those details on. And it's really nice because these pieces are pretty small when you cut them out. If you're using my template on my Patreon, which cuts a bunch of pieces out at once in bulk. So if you're using that, It's kind of a pain cutting out all the red pieces the first time around, but because they're so small, it cuts so many at once that I just save them in this little baggie, and I save them for each time I'm sitting down and making a bunch of copies of my chicken. And then the next time I make them, all I really need to cut out is the larger pieces, like the white body and the wing and the yellow head and the green grass. And then I'm going to hot glue 2 of the little chickadees together. And again, I'm just going to use some spare orange fabric to cut out a little beak and hot glue that on the chickadee as well. Then I'll just draw on 2 little eyes. And last but not least, I'm going to hot glue together 2 eggs, or 2 copies of a egg. You can sew this if you want, just at the bottom and the sides. I just like to hot glue it. I think it's really strong and really quick and very clean. So once that dries, the little chickadee can be tucked into the egg, and the egg fits underneath the hen's body. So little kids can pull the egg out. When they open it up, there will be a little chickadee inside, and then they can put the chickadee under its wing or make him kiss his mama hen. It's just a really cute page. I've had lots of customers actually say that they own chickens or they're going to buy this for their friend who has chickens. And so it's a fun, really quick, really easy activity. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.